Washington Street.
Arriving at Queen's Park Station.
Good morning. I'm here live at Queen's Park in beautiful Toronto, Ontario, Canada, as ISARC, the Interfaith Social Audit, is about to be released. This is an Ontario-wide social audit, taking in more than 26 different areas and communities that have contributed information, data that can be used to reduce and eliminate poverty right here in Ontario. This is information coming directly from those living in poverty, directly from frontline workers, and directly from politicians.
How you doing? I'm Tomasino Paisano, president of the Tea Brouhaha Party. I'm just out doing my usual rounds at the food banks and, doing the snow for people and stuff like that, like I usually do on my days off and this and that. And I thought I'd come by and let you know about my new book just coming out, and it's called Persistent Property, Voices from the Profit Margins. It's really an awesome book. I'll be out the dangerous streets. Here I am out while you're in your cushy little Christmas, dinners and this and that with your families. I'll be out walking the most dangerous streets of York region, dishing out food, and shoveling snow and things like that for for all kinds of people and that. Yeah, it's not because I even want to, just because I want to.
What was that? Persistent poverty. Voices from the margins. What do you mean? The profits were not that type of profit. Of course I read it. I skimmed through it. It had something to do with religion. I know that. Someone's head's rolling for this. Someone's head's rolling. Like I was saying about the book, it's Persistent Poverty, Voices from the Margins, Social Audit by ISARC, coming to a community near you. Who did that? Someone's head's rolling for that one, I'm telling you. It's embarrassing. Cut it, please, cut it. Who are seeing what's happening within their communities. We're very, very excited about our media launch here December 1st at Queen's Park. And we're here to greet the media and give them a great look at what's happening in the areas of poverty reduction. And in this audit, you will be able to see, like a map can show someone the way to get to a treasure. Use this social audit properly, and you can find yourself a way to end poverty, or at least severely put a dent in it. The answers are right there. All you have to do is sift through it. But yet here we are at Queen's Park, and not a single media person has shown up. And you wonder why there is no end in sight for people living miserable lives with no hope of getting out of them. Hi, I'm Tom Pearson, Chairman of the Poverty Action for Change Coalition. I just spent 2 hours on transit coming down to Toronto, to Queen's Park, and here we were supposed to have a media conference inside in the media room at Queen's Park. We put out a call to all the media to come out and receive a copy and hear about a new social audit, Persistent Poverty, Voices from the Margins. I was extremely disappointed when I arrived after traveling 2 hours only to find out not a single person from the media showed up. This is a social audit that was done across 26 municipalities in Ontario. It took a tremendous amount of work. It took time from people's lives that really are interested in changes being made here. It's a book that highlights the nightmares people are going through at this time in Ontario, the situations people are living in, the lack of programs, the lack of services, the too many services. This is what a social audit does. You can look at all the different things that are being done for people and kind of cross-reference things, and it gives you a map of how to do it right, how to change things for the better, how to make it so people can live lives that are not worrying constantly about their roof being taken away, or food on their table, or even getting their kid to school, or getting to work. It's just not happening, and particularly it's appalling when not a single person from the media shows up. Here at Queen's Park in Toronto, where our media obviously contributing to the reason why poverty is not more prominent of an issue in Ontario. Was it going to take people by the thousands to be thrown out in the street before some action is done? Before some media can even show up to report it? And by the way, I decided to do a little comedy video inside because there was no media there, and the guy asked me to leave. Good afternoon. I'm Thompson Williams from the BBC, coming to you live from Queen's Park in Toronto, Canada, where we are situated in the media room, and here is where ISARC, the interfaith group, is supposed to be releasing today the social audit from across Ontario, Canada, where they have had 26 different municipalities taking a look at what's going on in the communities. They've heard from people living in low income. They've heard from the people that are frontline workers. They've heard from the politicians, and now they've put together in a fantastic book a social audit that is like a map for those trying to find the answers for those living in poverty and living on low income and marginalized by circumstance. Yet, not a single media person from across Canada or North America seems to think it's important enough to come and see what this social audit has brought. And so you see, this is probably why we have a 28% increase in food bank usage. In York Region, 11% availability for rental, the lowest in Canada. Ridiculous. 2% availability for rentals, well below the national average, yet not a single person shows up today. Not a single person seems to care. And I guess if they've just voted in another Conservative in Vaughan, this is indicative of why nothing seems to change and why those living in poverty in Ontario, Canada will be that way probably for many, 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 many more years to come, because no one seems to care enough to even show up at their media release of a social audit. The first time in the history of York Region, yet not a single media person from there. And believe you me, they were informed. I'm Thompson Williams, BBC.
Okay, you have to leave now. You're not supposed to do that sort of thing. You serious? Yeah, I'm very serious. This is for the media. Are you media?
Yeah, I am.
Good afternoon. I'm Thompson Williams, BBC. I'm here in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada,
where I'm visiting a low-income community to find out how it is Canadians survive the winters here with such brutal conditions. These are people who are expected to live on about $585 a month, some of them, with rents coming up around the $400 and $450 mark just for a room. So we are trying to discover how people actually survive here in the frozen tundras of Canada during the winter. Of course, in the summertime they can live outdoors, but in winter they're not quite able to adapt as well and must rely on a series of shelters and winter dwellings in order to survive the brutal conditions here in Canada. I'm Thompson Williams. I'll see you out in the frozen tundra in Canada. Thompson Williams. Good night. Is there more, anyone?
My house. Have you taken out the garbage yet?
I'm Tom Pearson, PACC News.